Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for stopping in. One of the greatest problems I see with our society today is everybody's constantly looking down. Obviously, I'm using my phone to get this message out to y'all, but I use it as a tool, as it should be. Most people abuse it. Every time I look around, I see people constantly staring down. Nobody wants to make eye contact and actually act like a human being. And I think that's part of the problem, that the reason our society has been taken advantage of. Where I'm going with this is, does anybody ever happen to take time and look up at the sky anymore? They are constantly spraying chemicals in the air. You'll see one, it'll come over, and next thing you know, they are crisscrossing the skies, making X's and everything up throughout the sky, flooding the atmosphere with God knows what. And next thing you know, they always do it over the sun. And next thing you know, the sun is put out, followed by a few days after that. Next thing you know, you're getting flooding rains, or what do they call them now? Torrential downpours, atmospheric rivers. Now, look, I've only been on this planet 37 years. I got a little wisdom, but I don't have enough time. But I've got enough time to know that this isn't normal. I never remember as a kid hearing the terms atmospheric river and torrential downpours. And I believe here in the state of Tennessee, a House bill was passed. It was Tennessee House Bill 2063. Correct me on that if I'm wrong, but it was supposed to ban the release of chemicals into our atmosphere within the borders of this state. Well, it just goes to show you who's really in power and who's not. This is what I've talked about before. Does voting really matter? Because at the end of the day, the upper elite, who's ever running this show, well, they just said, well, you know what, you take that bill and you just give it to the people and give them the illusion that everything's going to be all right. But it seems to me after they passed the House bill, it's gotten worse every day this week. Even yesterday when it was already starting to get dark. These aren't even clouds, it's just black. They were still spraying up above that atmosphere to get the results we've got today. There's no sun, and they're calling for the next several days of rain. You don't know what you're going to get. The people at you know, the people who forecast the weather, they're the only people I know who can get their job wrong and still get to keep their job. But the point is, if you would take a little time and stop and look up and actually see what's going on, I don't think, I don't know what their goal is, but I don't think when God created this place that we needed these chemicals being released into the air. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think they are. I know I was hesitant to release this because I know there's going to be a lot of people come out and say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Well, heads up, the term conspiracy theory was actually coined by the CIA to disprove people who were actually onto something. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. I'm out.